Hi, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is another what's for dinner. This is number 37, so if you're looking for ideas on meal planning and cooking for your family on a budget, I will leave a link to my playlist down below which you can go over and check out. But as per usual, I'm just going to be sharing what I fed my family of 7 this week. So for my first meal, I've got 4 breasts cubed, button mushrooms, a brown onion, some Greek yogurt, and then all the spices here: cinnamon, cumin, chili flakes, garlic, lemon and tomato puree. And I'm just making my mix, which is going to be tandoori. So it's very simple. I've done this in a cook with me before. I will link it down below. But you can't really go wrong. Everything just needs mixed together. It's usually best to just get your hands stuck in. Then I've just put the chicken onto the pre-soaked skewers, and I'm going to serve it tonight with some garlic and parsley flatbread. I picked these up before and they've been in the freezer, so tonight is the night and the kids will have them with plain naans. So there's loads of flavour in these chicken skewers, so I keep it simple with just some side salad, red onions, lettuce, tomatoes, and I'm going to serve some kebab house sauce on top as well. So you could even do these on the actual barbecue. If I'm doing it in the barbecue, I like to add some cherry tomatoes and peppers, but everyone will just help themselves to these. It goes quite far on the skewer and served on the bread, and the kids really enjoy it. It's definitely much cheaper and healthier than the takeaway as well. So I have just kept mine on the skewer. As you can see, it's lovely and charred, which gives that lovely flavour, and this comes in really cheap. The next night then is actually a caramelized sausage roll. So my husband made this. I will leave a video link down below on how he does the sausage rolls. They're never very pretty looking, but they are delicious. This was a really quick and easy one. We have used oven chips, and hopefully baked beans are one of your 5 a day, but sometimes you just want something very simple, and I didn't fancy cooking myself. Now the next evening, again, it needs to be a very quick one with clubs. So I've just got 4 rashers of bacon chopped up. I've got my spaghetti on, and I'm going to make a very simple spaghetti carbonara. So I've got my Parmesan cheese there. One of the kids is whisking up the eggs, and I've got some soft cheese. So it's all in one method. Very simple. Like I said, 15 minutes to do and 15 minutes to eat. We've got some little hot oven baguettes, and then I've topped with Parmesan cheese again. Very cheap and low in the meat as well. The next day then, I've chopped up a bag of parsnips and carrots, and in my jug I've got a honey and boiling water mix. So basically I'm just pouring it all over the top of the vegetables. You want them completely covered, and give it a good mix around as well to make sure that everything's coated. So I'm going to cook a leg of lamb, and all these juices will drip into the base of the vegetables. So for the leg of lamb, I've just studded it with some rosemary and seasoned with salt and pepper. This will go in the oven for about 2 to 3 hours. We do like ours quite well done, but it will need the rest time as well, and you want to let every bit of those delicious juices drip into the bottom of the vegetables. As you will see, they're lovely and golden and nice and caramelized. Also, I've got some cauliflower cheese. I pulled it out of the freezer, and I've topped with some grated cheese. And you don't need to do very much with this, so this avoids making a gravy. I'm actually going to use all these juices with the lamb. So obviously the lamb's been rested. I've sliced it all through, and I've just topped it into the pan. This will sit with foil over it in the oven until I'm ready to serve with all the sides. So it's a typical roast dinner. We've got those slices of lamb, the parsnips and carrots which are honeyed, some roast potatoes, and a little Yorkshire pudding as well. With the kids, I just put out enough meat that I know they're going to use. That way we're not wasting it, and then we'll have a little bit of the cauliflower cheese as well. So really easy way to make a leg of lamb, and we're going to stretch it out with the next dish. So there's my leftover lamb, about 1/3 of the leg, and we're going to make a shepherd's pie. So I've got some chopped onions, celery and carrots. I've kept them the same size, and then some frozen peas. With the lamb, I actually chopped it all into cubes last night and kept it in the honey mixture that you've seen from the juices. This will keep it super moist, and overnight it's got loads of flavour inside it as well. So in the pan, just simply, I'm frying down all the vegetables in some garlic oil, a little bit of salt and pepper, and you could go stronger with the salt and pepper, but I just think there's so much flavour already in it from the juices yesterday. So I've added in my frozen peas and a cup of red lentils. So we're going to add beef stock, tomato puree, chopped tomatoes, Worcestershire sauce, some caramelized onions, balsamic vinegar and red wine. This is just going to give you a lovely deep flavour for the shepherd's pie. So less traditional, maybe a little bit more grown up as well. So in the lamb goes, obviously it was cooked yesterday, so we just can cut out the time for cooking lamb. Adding in the chopped tin of tomatoes, then the beef stock. I will probably add a little bit more liquid later. We'll just see how much the lentils swell. In with a good glug of red wine, about a teaspoon, a tablespoon even of Worcestershire sauce and a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. Just go by eye. And then a good dollop of this caramelized onion. If you haven't added this to any pies before, you've got to give it a go. It really brings out a lovely sweetness to it. Some tomato puree, and then everything needs just a very good mix through. I added a bit of thyme in there because there's enough seasoning with the rosemary and salt and pepper. So a good mix through, making sure the lentils don't stick to the bottom. After about 20 minutes you will get a thicker gravy and everything will have softened and settled down. So now we just have to decant it into the dishes. So these are the pie dishes I'm going to be using today. If you don't want to create the shepherd's pie today, this will freeze perfectly. So just bag it up or put it in a foil tray. But for the topping, I've got creamy mash just done with butter and milk, and then I'm adding in some grated cheese. The kids really like it like this, and it's nice when it toasts up as well. So a little bit of grated cheese, and I'm just chopping it through. I want to keep the mash relatively chunky, and I've just topped it into each of the dishes. This will go in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes until it's really toasted up, and then that is us sorted for dinner. It's quite filling because it's full of the lentils and all the veg, so just a simple side salad for us, and Alistair will have his later as he's working. As you can see, that lovely gravy just peeking out the sides there. So Dylan and Lola are having a similar portion to myself, and then Sonny and Jude, to coax them into eating their salad, I've given them some dough balls, the things you've got to do, eh? But that is me done for the week. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If it's given you meal inspiration, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and I always love and appreciate your comments. If you're new and you enjoy videos like these, do make sure to hit subscribe, but I will see you in my next video.